Located in the enchanting city of St. Augustine, Florida, the Kenwood Inn has a rich history. Originally a private residence, it transformed into an inn in 1865 and has undergone various name changes throughout the years. Presently under the ownership of Pat and Ted Dubas, the inn has garnered a reputation for paranormal activity, which emerged during the early 2000s under the management of Mark and Carrie Ann Constant. Guests have shared spine-chilling encounters with ghosts that wander through the inn's rooms, adding an extra layer of intrigue to their stays. Room 8 holds a particularly eerie tale, as recounted by a woman who experienced the unexplainable during her slumber. Startled awake in the dead of night, she felt the weight of a cat leaping onto her bed. Sitting up, she was taken aback as the feline suddenly vanished into thin air, leaving her bewildered and unsettled. On the third floor, room 17 has gained its own haunted reputation. A departing guest glanced back into the room and was astonished to witness the spectral figure of an elderly lady seated in a chair. The woman's attire, reminiscent of the late 19th century, and her tightly tied gray hair added to the authenticity of her otherworldly appearance. However, it is room 7 that holds the title of the most haunted room in the Kenwood Inn. During one fateful night, 2 sisters occupied the room. In the darkness, one sister was abruptly awakened by the sound of pages being turned in a book. Perplexed, she questioned her sibling the following morning, only to discover that her sister had slept peacefully throughout the night, completely unaware of any nocturnal reading activities. Another guest occupying room 7 shared an encounter where she awoke to find a comforter mysteriously draped over her, despite having no recollection of placing it there herself. Paranormal experts have offered their speculations, suggesting that the lingering spirit within the Kenwood Inn may belong to Raymond Laborde, the inn's proprietor during the 1880s. In the early 2000s, a curious guest expressed her desire to stay in room 7 specifically to catch a glimpse of Raymond Laborde's ghost. After spending the day exploring the city's charming shops, restaurants, and historic sites, she returned to find herself inexplicably locked out of her room, even though she possessed a key. Sheepishly, Mark Constant, the innkeeper, explained that Mr. Laborde must have taken it upon himself to bar her entry. As the stories and experiences of the Kenwood Inn's guests intertwine with the ethereal spirits that wander its halls, the allure of the paranormal world adds an extra layer of enchantment to this esteemed historic establishment in St. Augustine.